Emma Thompson in early talks with Disney villain pick Cruella. That is the headline on this week's MBE Movie News. And we're going to kick off the show, John, with that headline coming in from Empire Online. This is in regards to the upcoming Cruella de Vil pick. It's been penciled in for, I think, the end of 2020, December 2020, with Emma
this
Thompson.
Is one of the 11
Yeah.
that are getting remade.
Yeah, so Emma Thompson is going to be hopefully joining Emma Stone in this film, casting this film.
Emma Stone. So who's Emma Stone going to be playing Stephen in this movie? Is this she perhaps, if I recall correctly, with 101 Dalmatians? Or is it 100 Dalmatians?
101.
1 Dalmatians, yeah. You can't forget the one. There was I think a family or a guy had one, met a woman.
Yep.
It became like a relationship, they were in a relationship. Then the dogs get stolen. Something like that happens. I think that's what happens. So perhaps she's playing one of those younger characters, and then Cruella de Vil
I'll be
comes
honest,
in.
John, I never knew this film was going to be made.
I didn't know it was going to be made either, Stephen. We did discuss, I think it was last week on the Star Wars, the Force Friday show, that they'd announced 3 new Star Wars movies. There was a huge slate of other Disney releases made, MCU, and then obviously I briefly mentioned, I think there was 11 or 10 further sort of remakes of the classics put in place for the next 5 years. This is one of them, 101 Dalmatians. Can't think of a better person to come in and play Cruella de Vil than Emma Thompson. She's a fantastic actress, whatever you want to call her. She's been in a whole host of different sort of movies, getting just exquisite range. I've seen her in the likes of, I think it was the Judge, I want to call it. No, the family, I can't recall what, it doesn't matter. The Children Act.
Children Act,
Children Act, she played a judge. Just superb, totally carried the movie.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Obviously, Sense and Sensibility, the sort of a romance drama, right into like, just a whole host of different movies. Men in Black.
And the new one,
She can do it all, Stephen. And I think she'd be a superb Cruella de Vil. She's certainly got the frame for it, she's the right age for it. They can do her up in the right makeup and she would be perfect.
Was it Glenn Close that played the character in the 90s?
I think it may have been.
Yeah.
I thought
she was really good in the role. That was...
and Emma Thompson's like this generation's Glenn Close, or her generation's Glenn Close.
So,
one of the best of her generation.
Yeah, and as I said, John, she's going to be appearing in the upcoming Men in Black International film as well, carrying on.
She was indeed, Cruella de Vil. Well done,
Stephen. Just looks like a character as well. But you see this, we did talk about it, you're right, John, we talked about it last week on the Force Friday show, before we knew, obviously this news coming out. I think the film's going to be called Cruella as well, so very much like the Angelina Jolie movie, the what was the one that she played the evil character?
Maleficent?
Yeah, a bit like that, you're taking a character out of a well-known story. And
it's a prequel by the looks of it. Yeah, they're saying here it's a prequel. It's going to feature the younger take on, a younger take on de Vil, lightly exploring how she got to be the fur-craving fashionista we met in 1961, the animated version that is, and then the 1996 live-action take.
Close one,
So it's going to be a prequel. We're seeing more and more studios doing this sort of a thing, Stephen. We're seeing the Willy Wonka. I think it's Sony Studios doing a Willy Wonka prequel. Taking these great, interesting characters and going back and showing how they became what they were in the more popular releases we know very well. Very interesting character, as I did say. It'll be intriguing to see where this goes. I think it's Craig Gillespie who did I, Tonya, who's directing the movie. He's a great director. I really enjoyed I, Tonya. The script's been attributed to Tony McNamara. They're working off a previous draft from Dana Fox. So it's going to be inspired by Dodie Smith's 1956 children's tome. I'm intrigued. I don't know much about the character. Always like to see them going off and doing prequel, sort of a self-contained origin stories about these antagonistic figures. We're getting it with the Joker. It's something I really enjoy. We got it with Venom. Nobody gave it a hope in hell of succeeding. Actually did very well at the box office, blew it away. So there's something there. There's always a gap there for these stories.
Also, the release of this as well, John, very similar to Mary Poppins Returns, comes out a couple of days before Christmas, 2020. They've got a lot of faith in this movie then. If
picking up against Avatar.
Yeah, exactly. So,
is it Avatar 2? Yeah,
Avatar 2, I think so. Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. So, Disney have also, I've always, had that spot in there for one of the releases. As I said, last Christmas it was Mary Poppins Returns, which performed brilliantly. Obviously, this Christmas is going to be Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. So this fits in nicely for Disney. I think they know what they're up against with Avatar 2, or do they? Because...
Well, they're not caring.
Well, I was going to say that, John. I don't think they are caring, but at the same time, from a person that wasn't that enthusiastic about the first Avatar film, that generation have now gone and grown up. I don't know how Avatar 2 is going to perform, to be honest with you.
It's not going to get anywhere near the first
I don't
Avatar.
think,
it's
certainly
not
John.
going to get anywhere near $2.8 billion worldwide, Stephen. But what I will say, James Cameron knows how to make a blockbuster release. He knows how to make a masterpiece with the technical stuff, and just taking this idea for a story and expanding it out into a scale we've perhaps not seen before. So I think it'll obliterate this. If it is the fact that these two are coming out, I'm not too sure on the years. It may be 2020 or 2021 Avatar 2 comes out. I think it's 2021 actually, because the next Star Wars movie is 2022. So it may avoid it. So this may have the Christmas period next year to itself. It's intriguing.
I just thought Disney had balls, to be honest with you, John, if it was being released in 2021.
Two different audiences though, isn't it? Perhaps. Depends on which way they go. This could be a darker retelling of the character. Could be very dark. We've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it done before.
And there was another one as well. Don't know if it was like a Little Red Riding Hood spin-off, I can't remember. But
we're getting the Greta and Hansel.
Yeah.
It's kind of a classic German tale. It's that young girl from It is coming in to play one of the characters. So there's scope there for darker turns, which perhaps can connect with younger audiences. Just don't show them Brightburn trailers prior to the screenings, you know.
Yeah, true.
But listen,
I'm sure we'll get more of this as it's confirmed, John. Obviously, it's just rumoured that she's in early talks to play the role.
Great choice.
Cruella, but I think she'll be probably the first choice. But we'll move on, John, to our next topic here. This comes in from comingsoon.net. This is something that actually delights me. I don't know about yourself, but the Sony target 2021 for Masters of the Universe release by the power of Grayskull and all that. Yep, Prince Adam will be back on his way. One thing, I was going to actually talk about this, the original film from 1987, I think it might have been, Dolph Lundgren version. We never got to see Prince Adam in that film. He was always He-Man.
I've got to be honest with you, Stephen, these terms are going right over my head here.
Well, Prince Adam was...
I've never seen it.
Prince Adam is the character he is before he
becomes
does the power.
He-Man.
Yeah, before he gets his tan.
Oh, right.
I always say I like my tea the colour of He-Man. If you look at his skin tone, it's a perfect cup of tea for me.
That's the way I like my cup of tea.
So,
right.
by the power of Tetley, that's the way I like my tea. But this is coming in here from...
A rich tea biscuit?
Yeah,
I'm very much...
and dissolving in the cup.
I'm more of a digestives man.
But listen, I think... we talked about this before we came on, John, in regards to this film's release. And the film is a franchise as well. If this is done right, it could actually be a big blockbuster for Sony.
Yeah.
They've got all the characters there. I don't know if you're familiar with the animated series from the
I've seen bits and bobs. I've seen bits and bobs.
Yeah.
I know
there was a
He-Man
spin-off as
also.
well. They did a spin-off. I think it was He-Man's cousin or sister, I can't remember, She-Ra. In the same sort of universe. So that's how successful the animated series was. But going back to the film, the 87 film, the likes of Courtney Cox was in there. Frank Langella, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I can never remember how you pronounce his name, but he played Skeletor in it as well. And at the very end of the film, they actually give you I think it's a post-credit scene with Skeletor saying he will be back. So
there we go.
There we go.
There's your chance to open up and see.
32 years later.
Yeah, with Skeletor. It's not quite as long as Star Wars, is it?
No,
it's not quite.
I think if it's done right, I think this film could be quite a successful film for Sony.
Yeah, Stephen, before I give my brief, uneducated response to this, I'll ask you one question. Do you feel, with that in mind, the end credit scene, clearly getting in ahead of Kevin Feige and the MCU there, Masters of the Universe, do you want this to be a retelling of the original story? Do you want it to be scratch clean, or just scrub and start from scratch, or do you want it to connect into the 87 film?
The 87 film didn't really give us origins or anything like that. They just threw the characters into a scenario, basically.
Is this based on novels or comics?
I couldn't tell you, John. I only know of the animated series.
No, it's an animated series. It's
which what the film was based on.
Hold on, comic fine. Baby, there may be comics that sprung up from the actual series.
Yeah, it could have been that way around, yeah.
What I will say, Stephen, I'm not educated at all. I haven't seen the 87 movie, so I can't speak. I've only seen the adverts for Go Compare or something. It's not Go Compare, but it's something like that.
I think it is Go Compare.
Money Supermarket.
Our Money Supermarket is, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Skeletor.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it done correctly. I know the likes of Christian Harloff have waxed lyrically about this.
Yeah.
Apparently there's great potential in these characters in the story. I think something about it inspired Star Wars in some strange way. I don't know if that's true at all.
It might have been the other way around.
Yeah,
I think Star Wars was out before
possibly.
He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
Maybe talking crap. Shows my lack of knowledge. But there's certainly, Stephen, the only thing I can add to this is looking at the characters. There is great potential in these characters if they get the right cast on board, the right writers on board. I can't recall who's actually writing it. I think it's actually someone very intriguing. Noah Centino, I think. No, he's been tapped for He-Man.
Yeah.
I can't recall who the director is. They were speaking about it a couple of months back. And apparently it's an interesting director.
Is it Aaron and Adam Nee are going to direct the movie, which doesn't yet have an official start date?
Yeah. I think they've been involved in a couple. What did you say the name was? I'll have a quick look while you talk.
Aaron and Adam Nee must be brothers. Yeah, the Nee brothers. Yeah. But listen, I like the sound of it because I do have good memories of the animated show when I was a kid. The film, if anyone looking at it now would go, this is a cheese fest. At the time it was exciting, if you were a kid, just to see He-Man and the Masters of the Universe on the big screen. And Dolph Lundgren was made for the part at the time. He certainly was, he definitely had the physical stature to play the role, and he'd already done a few films by that point as well, so he was quite a household name at that point. So I thought the story as well, it was very 80s, it was a very lame story as I recall, trying to retrieve some kind of instrument, but cheesy, but it was good. It was good for its day. If you're looking back on it now, certainly it is a cheese fest.
Yeah, Stephen, the directors, I know nothing about them. I'm talking crap. I don't know anything. They've only done one theatrical release, one sort of a big movie release. Out with that, it's been mostly short. So I can't speak in any degree of authority about what they could bring to this movie. But certainly if they get the right people involved, it could, and it's done the right way. It's not so campy. Maybe make it a little bit more serious. I think it could be done well, and it could be a successful. Did you say it was Sony Studio? Was it
Sony? Yeah.
I think it could be a right success for them because there's great potential in these characters. I'm looking at the photos. Karg, Beastman, Tila, Evil Lyn, Gwildor looks intriguing. So there's great, and even Sorod. I mean, there's a whole host of colourful characters. I can certainly picture this being done with a lot bigger budget, and
get Peter Jackson involved.
Peter Jackson, and it'd be incredible.
Right down his street.
Yeah, it could be absolutely incredible. But I know nothing about the original, so I'm just going in with no burden of expectations.
Don't have Masters of the Universe 1987 version on Blu-ray, John. If I did, I would give you it.
Yeah, I don't know if
I don't know what you'd do with it, but I would give you it.
Yeah, what was there was another terrible film round about that time. I seem to recall, may have been Flash Gordon or something. It was
it was 1980. Flash Gordon. Yeah.
But I'm not saying Masters of the Universe is god awful. I know a lot of people hero worship Dolph and all whatnot, but look, I'm excited to see where it goes. Nonetheless,
I'm sure we'll know more about it as the months roll forward, John. But we'll move on to our next topic, which I'm pretty sure you have a lot to say on. This is from slashfilm.com, where they have headlined their article, "There will be more John Wick sequels if people like it and want to watch more." Yeah,
and Stephen, I went to see this movie just the other day, a couple of days ago. Certainly they've opened it up for more sequels. I think it's pretty clear that there was a lot of people questioning whether Keanu would be back for John Wick 4, if there was indeed going to be a John Wick 4, because they didn't know whether it was going to be a trilogy or whatnot, but the ending is pretty clear. It's going to be him and obviously Morpheus. He's not Morpheus, I'm getting the Matrix here. It's not the Matrix, John. I know it's Lawrence Fishburne and Keanu Reeves, it's not the Matrix. What's his name? The Bowery, King of the Bowery, I can't recall what his name is, doesn't matter. But those two left standing at the end, and make no mistake, they are definitely looking to move into new sequels. It's left open with the high table and whatnot.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ian McShane's Winston character reclaims the Continental, so there's great scope to go forward and do something intriguing here. It's a great revenge story just waiting. to be picked up again for Keanu Reeves' potential fourth take on John Wick. The chapter just keeps moving on. I've seen John Campea speaking about this, and he's absolutely right, Stephen, in what he says, the way they've handled the John Wick franchise.
Yeah.
When it's almost like going through a chapter in a book. It's like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, things just pick up, bang, bang, bang. And it's all taking place over a number of weeks. It's like 2 weeks, 3 movies, so I can absolutely see there'll be more sequels. I want to see more sequels. I absolutely loved John Wick 3. I thought it was superb. Just the violence went up a level, the cinematography was so slick. Keanu just embodies John Wick. He's just an absolute man possessed. His ingenuity in finding new ways to kill people is just, it knows no bounds. And there's a book scene, if you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about, when he murders somebody with a book, and it's just glorious. So I want to see more of these. I want to see Chad Stahelski helming more of these movies, and connecting in with this Continental series. I'm very excited to see where Lawrence Fishburne's character, I still can't remember his name, and where obviously Keanu Reeves, where they go going forward. I love those two guys in The Matrix, hence why I said Morpheus.
I think as well, we were talking about an article last week where the director of John Wick was talking about the possibility of Keanu Reeves appearing in a
10
Matrix
years.
4.
No, I thought you were talking about the other one. Well, could we still be seeing John Wick in 10 years' time? I think it was Ian McShane says, could we see a reboot in 10 years' time? They says, I don't think we'll need a reboot because Keanu will still be playing the character. And I think it will.
Listen...
because he's got it.
The director says this, if you want more John Wick, you'll probably get it as long as everyone else wants it. That is the key to any successful franchise.
Just knocked Avengers Endgame off the top spot in America, Steve.
Yeah.
And I think it will do the same here.
Yeah.
So there's definitely the want for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's more than anything, it's a cash cow for the studio.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
More importantly, artistically, if you can get the likes of the director maintaining and being consistent in his direction and writing, and it's a no-brainer, you'll get the original actors coming back to do more.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
The quality's still there, because that's what actors want to do. They want to continue good quality filmmaking and acting, and that's all we want as audience members. We just want, if the series continues at this sort of high standard, then bring it on.
And Stephen, I've done such a great job of expanding on this weird, wacky world that this takes place in. The high table, the Continental, the different chains, this criminal sort of underworld, the way it's all interconnected into different parts of the world. It's been beautifully handled. They've expanded the mythology out, and they've allowed great action to rise up from it. It's just a beautifully created franchise. Came from nowhere. I wasn't expecting it at all. Thoroughly enjoyed, I should say, the first one. Second one was okay, not quite as good. Expanded out the universe of the world. And then this one's a perfect blend of the first two movies. It's continuing to expand the mythology, this criminal underworld out, and giving you just better action and just slick cinematography. Still prefer the first one, that's my absolute favourite, just for its simplicity. Just this guy going and avenging his dog and what it meant to him with his dead wife and whatnot.
Yeah.
But what they've done to expand this out, introducing all these colourful characters and myriad of criminal networks, it's just beautiful. I can't wait to see the Continental and what's coming in the future.
Oh, I can't wait to see John Wick 3, John.
I hope I've not spoiled it for you.
No, certainly not from what I've already read anyway. I'm going to go and see this on Friday night, so by the time we do box office next week, I'll have plenty more to say. Well, we don't really
You'll
talk
not be
about
disappointed,
because we only talk about stats and stuff
we'll
like that.
Be speaking about it, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I'll do a review, Stephen.
I thoroughly enjoyed the first two instalments of the franchise. Certainly the first one, for me, took me by surprise how good it was. I thought it was going to be a bog standard in Keanu Reeves terms isn't bog standard by any means, but I thought it was just going to be another one of these ones that he phones in the performance. Certainly did not.
No.
Blew my mind watching that film, and the second one was good as well. Maybe not as good, but I think it was probably in my expectations going into it. It was going to top the original movie, which it didn't do, but it was still a very good film. Yeah. This one, from what I hear from yourself and like John, this is back on form if he was ever off form.
Incredible.
But listen, another film I'm hoping to see in a couple of months' time is Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Comes out in July, so we've not got long to wait here in the UK.
Cannot wait.
But there's been a Leonardo DiCaprio as Rick Dalton in a poster for a movie within a movie, which
Operation Dynamite.
Yeah, I want to see this film now.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
You know, this is very much like
Italian Job.
No, do you remember the Quentin Tarantino trailers, the fake trailers, and then they made a film, Machete. That was the one. When that trailer dropped, I was like, I want to see that film, and then I did see that film, and I didn't like it. So, be careful what you wish for. What do you think of the poster, though, John?
Absolutely incredible, Stephen. It looks beautiful. It's so colourful. It looks like a perfect period piece. I've got Columbia Euro here, Presenta. Looks like it's in Italian or something.
Eastman colour as well.
Yeah, Eastman colour. So many little Easter eggs in there. And it's just beautiful, Stephen. It's beautifully created. Keanu, I'm obsessed with Keanu Reeves. Leonardo DiCaprio, or Rick Dalton, I should say. I should keep in the universe. He's looking so smug with himself. He's sitting behind the wheel of a green car. He's flying through the air across a bridge by the looks of it. And on his tail, he's got two guys and what looks like a little red Mini Cooper hot on his tail. That's why I said the Italian Job. It looks incredible. I'd love to see this movie, Stephen. I agree with you. Operation Dynamite sounds very, very intriguing indeed. I'd like to see how this will fit into the world of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Are we going to see behind the scenes of this perhaps being shot? Because we know it's tailing Rick Dalton, obviously his stunt double, whose name forgets me at the moment, Brad Pitt. It's playing him, I can't recall what it's...
Cliff something?
Cliff, I can't recall. But yeah, it looks absolutely amazing, Stephen. I love the way they're handling the promotion here. One of my big things that I love about Quentin Tarantino, as you did say, Stephen, his little nuanced way that he promotes movies, the way that he'll do things within the worlds. He'll keep certain franchises, chains and things like that. It's almost like what they did with X-Files and Breaking Bad, where you've got the same cigarettes and banks and stuff like that. Just this lush world he creates, it's just beautiful. And as you did say, he's got a way of doing things with promotion, the Machete movie and whatnot, so I'm absolutely on board for this movie anyway. I don't care what he does now. I'll happily go and watch it regardless. I'm a big Tarantino fan, but I love seeing little things like this. What I would like him to do after this film is a Rick Dalton anthology. Or, a kind of series of films from this character, because unless he gets killed, Stephen.
Yeah, well, hopefully not.
Unless he gets killed in the Manson Novels.
Just from that trailer, and obviously his pictures, certainly that one from Hullabaloo, I'm liking this character already.
I can't wait to see where that fits in the story. And then the shot, as you did say, Stephen, of him diving over the car as well. There's so many moments in here. There he's meeting Al Pacino. Al Pacino. I don't know who he's playing. Could just be Al Pacino, but I doubt it because he's far too old. And they've actually put a list of the stars that's going to be appearing. Timothy Olyphant, Scoot McNairy, Damien Lewis, Luke Perry. Did he not pass away? He did. He passed away.
His last movie then. Dakota Fanning, James Marsden, Clifton Collins, Keith Jefferson, Emil Hirsch, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, Danny Strong, Sidney Sweeney, Clu Kalugar, James Landry Hebert, Mikey Madison, Al Pacino, Lena Dunham, Maya Hawke and Nicholas Hammond. Nicholas Hammond from Spider-Man. I hope that's him anyway. Listen, that's just some of the names. There's a whole host in there, obviously.
Damien Lewis excites me, Stephen. I recall him as Dick Winters in Band of Brothers, and he was in Homeland. He's a fantastic actor, really, really great actor. So just the incredible amount of talent that he's amassed here. That's the pull of the man. It's going to be a real sad day when this guy hangs up his directing days. I don't know what you'd call it. Hang up his take box, whatever. I don't know what clipboard. It's going to be sad because he's said time and again he's limiting himself to a set number of movies. I can't recall how many he's got left. 2 or 3 or something. So don't do that, Quentin. Keep making them. So it's going to be a sad day, but look, while he's here, I'm going to just love every minute of every movie he puts out. The attention to detail, Stephen, as I did say, on the set and whatnot. I heard a couple of months back that he was transforming blocks of LA into 1968 or whatever, 69. I always forget the actual year, but just the scale of it and just the attention to detail it'll bring with the period setting, as you said, the Hullabaloo sort of a photo. It looks incredible. I can't wait to see Leonardo coming back as well. It's been too long. I think we've had to wait 3 years now, 3.5 years since The Revenant. So I can't wait to see that guy coming back. He's turned into one of my all-time favourite actors. Never used to like him that much in the 90s. He's a little bit smug. Pretty boy, a bit smug. But well, I'm contradicting myself because I actually didn't like Romeo and Juliet. So
The Beach was, I think that was 2001.
The Beach was a real head scratcher for me. Never did understand what that movie was about. Rob Carlyle wasn't he? We were poorer than poor. Yeah, right.
Well, listen, John, I can't wait. We've only got a couple of months before the films release anyway, so we've not got long to wait. There's plenty of films in between then anyway. But listen, that just wraps up the show. We'd just like to thank you once again for joining us here on MBE Movie News, and we will be back again tomorrow with the blog rundown.